I'm Carl Verheyen, and I want to talk to you about these new strings I've just been working on for the last 3 months. Dean Markley Company and I have been trying to come up with the perfect balanced bridge set. And by that I mean, you know, my Stratocasters, I like to set them up with a floating vibrato bar. So my G string, when pulled all the way, goes to a B flat. When I play my B string, I get a C sharp, and when I go E string, I go to an F. So I got a minor third, a whole step, and a half step on the top 3 strings. And it's just something I like. I like to have those intervals available to me. I like to know where I'm going when I pull this thing. So consequently, for the last 3 months, I've been working on getting those gauges exact. I want the tension of each string to match the tension on the springs in the back. Here, you can set this up with lots of different gauges, but now I'm looking for feel with the guitar. I'm looking for the ability to, you know, bend and have all that control, not too slippery and loose. Actually, what I'm really trying to do is match the feel of a 10 set on my hardtail guitars like SGs, Les Pauls, Telecasters, Flying Vs, 335s, you know, all those guitars that don't have a vibrato bar. So, in order to try to get that tension, I worked really hard with the gauges. 9, 12, 16 for the G string, and then a heavy bottom, 26, 37, 46. And I worked a long time to get those gauges exact. It's called the Carl Verheyen Balanced Bridge Set, because what I have in mind is that it works for the Fender Strat. But I ended up putting it on pretty much everything because it just feels great on all those instruments. Dean Markley's company has come up with a new process called the hyper-elliptical wind. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but I think it means all the winds are kind of jammed together so you get more winds per foot. It makes for a very smooth string, like when I slide on my D string. When I slide, it feels faster. I mean, it's a smoother string. And once I tried it, I couldn't go back. It was such a nice feel. So the wound strings are all that, you know. The top 3 strings, the first thing you're going to notice that they're brass tinned, and that's a different way of tinning them. I find that the brass tinning makes for an easier tension. It feels like I have more control, and it's not too stiff. So that's what I'm using, 9 to 46, Helix HD Carl Verheyen Balanced Bridge strings.